Hello everyone, this is Sheena with the Sheena Monet Movement. I hope you're having a good day. So today I am in Homosassa, Florida. I am standing in front of the Yulee Sugar Mill ruins. I'm going to give you some information that I found out online, and I'm also going to read some of the literature that they have out here. The plantation was owned by David Levy Yulee from 1810 to 1886. He built Florida's first cross-state railroad. He was the state's first U.S. senator who came to Florida as an immigrant and rose to become a successful landowner. He served in Florida's territorial council. He helped write the state's first constitution. His sugar mill began operation in 1849, and during the Civil War, he supplied the Confederate soldiers with sugar, syrup, and molasses. During the Civil War, Union soldiers burnt Yulee's home down. The mill and the plantation escaped destruction. The Yulee Sugar Mill Plantation was about 5,000 acres, and David Levy Yulee owned 1,000 slaves who labored on his plantation that he oversaw from his home on Tigertail Island. Black enslaved laborers who operated the sugar mill greatly contributed to the plantation's success. Cane cutting and making syrup was hot and hazardous work. Here are the sugar mill ruins right here. The sugar mill was built by black enslaved laborers. It's still intact. We're gonna go up closer to it so you can get a better look. Let me come around this way. I'm not really that familiar with how a sugar cane operation would look, but this is a piece of the machinery, and I don't know what they would put in there, but maybe they would put coal. If any of you are familiar with this type of machine, please comment below. Help us understand what we're looking at. We have some information out here, but not a lot. Most of the information out here is really just giving us information about David Levy Yulee. So it says right here, battery kettle, syrup kettle. I'm not sure if they're trying to say syrup or syrup. Flame bow kettle and propri kettle. And then right here it says grande kettle. Right here is some literature that we can read. The juice flowed from the settling vat into the grande, the largest of 5 kettles built in the furnace below. On this photo, the black enslaved laborers are making cane syrup. And then really what caught my attention is look at the baby. So they had to continue working, and they would stop. I don't know what happened like when they needed to tend to the baby, but the baby is just on the side. I found some information online, and this is what I found. Poor ventilation from the furnace and boiling hot syrups from the sugarcane presented constant danger for the enslaved population who worked the mill. Yulee's financial interest depended heavily upon the labor of 1,000 black enslaved laborers. Many of the black enslaved laborers lost limbs while trying to feed the sugarcane into the heavy iron rollers, and they suffered terrible burns. I'm going to take us over here so we can find those heavy iron rollers and kind of get an idea. Okay, here are the heavy iron rollers that we found out many enslaved black laborers lost limbs right here on this heavy iron roller, and they also were severely burned. They received burns from this heavy iron roller. It looks like it was built with care. It looks like it was built with care. David Levy Yulee did not want slavery to end. He knew that with the ending of slavery, the sugar mill plantation will be heavily affected financially. Now, I don't know if many of you know, but I have an online store called the Freedom Marketplace. I have collaborated with black landowners who grow sugarcane, and they make cane syrup. So this is the reason why sugar mill ruins are extremely interesting to me. I like to find out information about sugar mill ruins. I like to find out the history, who owned the sugar mill ruins, and a lot of times I found out that they were extremely successful, mainly successful because of black enslaved laborers. Mr. David Levy Yulee was originally from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. I don't really know what his actual background is, but he was a landowner. So that's what I do know. I just find it quite interesting. Most of the sugar mill ruins, if you've seen any of my other videos about sugar mill ruins, they were either destroyed by Seminoles or destroyed by Union raiders. Thank you so much for watching.